say yay, yay, yay!
Or say nay, nay, nay. Expectations were high that Barei would do well at Eurovision, but she finished way low on the scoreboard. So much so that our readers have named her the biggest disappointment of Eurovision 2016. Shall we talk about it?
Let's do this!
We gave our readers 6 options for biggest disappointment, and the results are as follows. Biggest disappointment, Spain, Barei, followed by Croatia's Nina Kraljic.
Then we've got Iceland's Greta Salome, Norway's Agnete in 4th position.
And rounding out the bottom 6 is Italy's Francesca Michielin and Germany's Jamie Lee. Now, Deppin, ahead of Eurovision, you were actually not a supporter of Barei.
No, I was very borderline, and had Spain not been part of the Big Five, I had no faith in it, really. You loved it, on the other hand. You listened to it.
Yeah, I had high hopes for this. I didn't think this was going to win, but I thought this could do left-hand side of the scoreboard. I thought this could potentially come 10th or 11th, because you know how in the even years...
Our deputy editor, Borek, thought that it could win.
He loved this. But you know, this ultimately did not do well, and it's not down to the song or to Barei, it's down to the staging. In a disco number like this, you need to fill the stage and bring life. And it felt empty.
It felt shouty. It felt shouty.
I thought she sounded good.
She's a good singer.
Yeah, she's a great singer.
She's a great singer. The song for me was just, it didn't work. So, it's funny. Lots of people had real issues with my opinion. And interestingly, they've cast their votes basically aligned to what I was previously saying.
I love to cite this, but after our first rehearsal review, we of course in the press room saw the performance, whereas people outside did not, because those are not uploaded online. And all these people were saying we were hating, oh my god, you hate Barei, blah blah blah. Then they saw the rehearsal and they got it. The stage was just too empty. But this is down to the delegation. The delegation, I think...
But also wardrobe was very uninspiring.
Truly. Now, Devin, of the 6 finalists, who was actually the biggest disappointment to you? And by disappointment, we mean they did not meet the high expectations that people had before the contest.
Before I delve into that, I would like to say that Spain's Barei got 1,120 votes, with a huge margin of Croatia coming into 2nd place with 753 votes. My personal biggest disappointment was Norway's Agnete.
Oh, yes!
She was my clear favourite.
Prior to Eurovision, we even had our icebreaker dance.
Oh, yeah!
Break that ice! Yes! I remember we had a video, the wiwibloggs video, we were talking about the Titanic hitting an iceberg, and the Titanic did sing. Listen, we're both very sensitive to the fact that she came out and said she was having mental issues, and therefore she could not, do as many press conferences, couldn't go on the carpet. She did nothing. But I think that perhaps...
It was like she wasn't there, William.
No, I forgot she was there because she had no presence.
And quite honestly, she should have just withdrawn.
This is how I feel. I feel like the NRK, the broadcaster, should have a clause in the contract that says if you win Melody Grand Prix, you've got to commit to these things. If there's any limiting circumstances, let us know now.
We'll give you a wild card for next year.
Yeah, and she could have had her time to recuperate, she could have had more privacy, you're just not gone, and then come back another year. It's a shame, because Norway, they're usually the most vocal. They're at all the press conferences, but they're in parties, they're doing everything.
How difficult is it to attend your own press conference?
Yeah.
I really struggle with their reasoning. The Hungry Hearts would have loved that opportunity.
They would have made the most of it, and it's a disappointment that she was unable to, and I hope she's doing well, and we cannot hate on her because mental health is a very serious issue, but at the same time, because it's such a serious issue...
Then pull back.
Exactly. In any event... She didn't make the final.
And what a disappointment that was.
It was a big disappointment, because I quite like the song, actually. And she's a good performer.
But I seem to remember you fell in love with Italy.
Italy! Francesca Michielin, honestly, she's hilarious. She's very quirky. She's very different.
She loves you.
Oh, I love her. She's original. She talks about at night, when she's stressed, she talks to her stuffed animal dinosaurs. I don't do that, but I respect a woman who admits that she does. She's just so different, and I think the staging was quite nice, actually.
It's a bit kooky.
Yeah, this wasn't Italy's best result by any means.
No, for Italy it's a great departure because normally they peak quite high.
Yeah, so there was disappointment about that, but you know, it happens. Sometimes she had to go early in the draw, I think, as well. Sometimes things just don't come together. It's okay. She's very young. Maybe she'll come back when she's older and she'll slay the pack.
Yeah, and for her anyway, it's a victory of some sorts anyway, because she wasn't meant to go to Eurovision because she didn't win San Remo.
Yeah.
And, she got the spot because those who won turned it down.
You know what's interesting? Germany, Jamie Lee, early on when she won the German selection, the bookies actually ranked her like number 2 to win Eurovision. She may have even been number 1 at one point. But I knew from the beginning this was not going to happen. In our reaction video to the German selection, me and Kristen from Iceland are like, what? I
She
never
had
got
really
behind.
good chart success with Girls.
But she didn't have a good song, okay? And the staging was bad. And we predicted she would finish last from the beginning. And everyone said, you're crazy. But she finished last because it was not good. I'm sorry, I still don't get it. A ghost stirs something in you. Ooh, oh my god, I'm scared. She didn't stir anything in me.
I don't think she was that bad. And she crossed
she's
over.
great. But the song
And the song crossed over to Switzerland and crossed over to Austria. I mean, she had chart success.
Congratulations, the German-speaking market loves you. No, that is a big deal. There are a lot of people who speak German. But what I'm saying is, she's
But the song is in English! I don't see your point. I don't get your point, William. I don't get it.
Well, so you like Jamie Lee?
I do.
Are you saying, take me to Tokyo, honey? You just like the the Kabuki princess.
I do love that.
Alright, and the other, interestingly, Croatia is also on this list. She came second, the second biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
When the audio version of her song was released, everyone was
it blew up on our polls.
It was number 1, it was the fan favorite. I think the staging is what undid her. The staging was unremarkable.
And actually, in some respects, I'm surprised she qualified with that dress.
Oh god, yes. I mean, it's a victory that she made the final. Croatia often struggles, but she managed to pull them in.
Yeah.
So we applaud you.
Oh,
yes.
And can you imagine if she had something slightly more understated? She would have peaked in the top 5 easily.
Yeah.
But that was just, I mean, what did you call it? A Las Vegas showhem?
A Las Vegas showgirl dressed as a chicken who got in a fight with a fan. She should have just dressed up as a lighthouse. It would have been less offensive.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's it.
That's it. No, actually, Iceland, Greta Salome. This is funny because at the time she was eliminated, everyone was like, "This is such disappointment." But she didn't win this poll, so I think that perhaps not everyone was as taken with her performance as we were.
We're clearly inside a bubble because I absolutely love it. Every Wiwi blogger I know loves it. What's there not to like about it? I mean, we're even talking about going to Iceland next year, and she inspired that move.
Listen, I've said this 1 million, 2 million, 3 million times. The reason this did not do as well as we thought was because SVT did not manage to translate this from the Icelandic stage to the big stage in Stockholm. The power was the intimacy of being in a fantasy land, but then in Sweden you were very much aware of the audience, of everything around it, so it didn't feel like a fantasy anymore.
Nonetheless, it should have slipped through. I just don't see that as being so catastrophic. No.
14th in Itsumi. 13th for the jury, 13th for the top.
Montenegro did better than that.
I can't even discuss that. That's what we think. What do you think? What was your biggest disappointment of Eurovision 2016? You can let us know here on wiwibloggs.
And we will be combing the comments section to find out what you've written. And while you're at it, do like
and subscribe. See you later. Bye!